Hi, welcome to LifeChangeCommunity. Well, we're right in the middle of this new series on Hosea. It's been quite an extraordinary teaching. This is from the series Strange Stories of the Bible. And this indeed is a strange story. Can you imagine God asking a preacher to marry a prostitute? The prostitute would remain unfaithful to the preacher during the course of their marriage. She would get pregnant more than once by other men. She would eventually leave the house, go live with another man, and then God would tell the preacher Hosea to take his money and to go buy her back into the house to live with Hosea until she could fully understand and appreciate just how much she was loved. Now finally, knowing how much she's loved changes her life. Love will change your life. It's really a metaphor for the story of God and God's people. It's a story about God and His relationship with you and me. God will love us until we love Him back. God will go to extremes to keep us close and be in a relationship until we love Him back. God's love will change your life. But there is a middle part to the story. There's the part in the story where even though Hosea goes and redeems his wife, buys her back, things are not good. Her heart's not there. She might be close, but her heart is still far from Hosea. And then there are several chapters in the book of Hosea where we see the same thing happening in the heart of the people of Israel. God is trying to speak to them through Hosea, love them back to Himself, keep in a close relationship, but they refuse. Their hearts stay hard. They continue to be affectionate toward other gods, to give their love and attention to others. And the whole time God's just waiting. Well, in that dynamic, some spiritual principles begin to unfold. Here's one. You find this one in the New Testament. You reap what you sow. If you plant the seed of corn in the ground, you can expect that corn is going to come back. If you plant beans in the ground, you can expect that beans are going to come back. If you plant grapes or strawberries or trees, you can expect from that seed, whatever you sow, that's what's going to come back. It's just a cause and effect. It's a law that God set in motion, much like gravity. If you throw something in the air, eventually it's going to drop because gravity will pull it down. When we're living our life far from God, spiritual gravity pulls us towards some consequences that are very natural. God doesn't have to zap us. God doesn't have to smack us. God's wrath is basically just letting natural consequences unfold from the decisions of our life. We reap what we sow. And that's what happened with Israel. Israel's weaknesses became very prominent. Because she wasn't seeking the wisdom of God, her decisions were increasingly bad, and the consequences of those decisions were tragic. Israel lost her prominence, she lost her power, she lost her wealth, she lost her health, she lost close relationships, she lost and she lost and she lost. And all the chapters in the middle part of the book of Hosea describe the loss and the devastation of a people living far from God. And what's most tragic is God wanted to help them all the time. God was just waiting for them to turn their heart back toward Him. That's what God did with me. That's what God will do with you. He'll wait, and He'll be ready, and He'll be right there when you turn your heart back toward Him with love. But in the meantime, while you're waiting, it's reaping and sowing. It's the consequences of behavior. And if we wait long enough, the destruction just starts mounting up and the price gets higher and higher and higher. You see, God allows the pain. He doesn't have to cause the pain, but He allows the pain in our life, hoping that it will hurt enough that we'll finally say, you know what, walking with the Lord is better than this. And we turn our heart back toward Him. End of the story, it's the same story. God wants a relationship with you. You can do it the hard way, or you can do it now. And you can say, I don't want to live my life far from God anymore. I want to turn my heart back to Him with love, and I want to walk in a relationship with the Lord. Now, some of the scars, some of the consequences, some of those decisions still may have some impact in your life, but now you're walking with the Lord. And His strength and His power help you through. And while you're still getting through the rubble and destruction of your previous living, God is rebuilding a new life in you as you walk in a close relationship of love with Him. That's what God's wanted the whole time. He just wanted to change your life. And I'll tell you this, it's His love for you.